This is Two Bros podcast. I'm here with my brother Tommy, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. He wants to start with what is it,
Paparazzi.
paparazzi, and yeah.
But we were gonna start with the AI rap,
Oh yeah, we're gonna
but
start with the
our
AI rap.
paparazzi's only for like a couple minutes only.
All right. So what do
Hold on
you?
real quick.
So yeah, you can talk about the paparazzi if you want, or
Oh yeah. So, oh my god.
yeah, you don't have to talk that close either into it. Yeah, like right there.
This thing's so.
Yeah. You can just talk like.
All right. So yeah. So those paparazzi pricks, like the ones that stalk those celebrities. Which I mean, they're celebrities. I don't feel bad for them. But how is it legal? Like what they do when they wait out front of your house? They do it to Ben Affleck. They do it to the C-list celebrities love it because they love staying in the news.
Yeah.
But like look at what happened when like Justin Bieber assaulted one of them and he got sued, had to go to court. That cost money. But I mean,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
has
Justin
hundreds of
Bieber.
millions. Remember, like he hit a couple of them and had to go to, which I don't blame. Dude, I couldn't handle it. I don't think I could leave my house. Like,
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber. I do remember that.
remember, like he had to go to court for like beating one of them up or something.
He
Or
did
no,
so.
no,
Oh,
no. I
he
think he
smacked
took
it.
the camera, and of course, that's robbery. It's like the dude's worth hundreds of millions. Like, you know what I mean? They just do that because they want a lawsuit, or they want to be relevant, or they want you to. And they ask you personal questions. Those paparazzi people,
Yeah.
like when you with your kids, they'll be like, "Hey, so how's the breakup and stuff?" It's like, oh, we're like kids, man. Like leave me the fuck alone. Like Ben Affleck, I feel bad for him. Like when they get him like in the fast food drive-through, or when
Oh
he's going to
yeah.
rehab. Like when he went to rehab and they were filming him at Jack in the Box, he had to send, I don't know if it was an assistant or something, to get out and get the food because this was during the pandemic, like
Right.
3 years ago,
Yeah.
and him and his ex, the other Jennifer, couldn't
Yeah.
even
Oh
get
yeah,
out.
that girl.
Like she was supposed to get out and get the food for. Like he opened down the window to smoke,
Yeah.
and he looked horrible, dude. He was so pale and bloated.
So he
And
was an alcohol. Like he was on alcohol. Was that it? Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure no drugs. I'm pretty
Yeah. I
sure. I
think his
think it's
thing.
just alcohol.
Yeah.
But
His.
he was said he was clean. Oh, this is what they say that he was clean for like since he's been in Hollywood, which I don't know if that's true or not.
I
But
don't know. I don't think
like
so. I mean.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean those paparazzi people. I saw one even though I hate Kanye West when they were out front of his house. Like I don't know. Like that's just insane. But
Yeah.
what
No.
do you think about them?
I.
I think. And then they stick the That's another thing. People today, you'll see someone dying in a car accident. They want to film it before they call 911. It's insane. It's just insane. And then that goes into the AI rap about how AI rap is. Um, I mean, some of the songs sound. They got to get the mixing down right,
Yeah.
like the beat, and they got to get like a top engineer on board. But um,
Yeah. Definitely.
or I was thinking about this. Of course, you always hear rumors, but do you think that AI song with Drake that
Mhm.
got taken down allegedly
Yeah.
is just them like doing like a market stunt, or you think no? I
I
mean,
don't. I don't know, but I didn't think it was good.
they don't have to do that, right? Well, you don't think it was?
I
Well,
don't.
I mean,
I
for
think
like a
it
club
was.
song, they were,
It was good, but it was too good. Like it was. It sounded robotic to
but
me.
that
Like.
also is not good for Drake because that tells you how predictable you are,
Well, yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're gonna say in your
Well,
raps.
Drake knows the formula for to make
Yeah,
hits.
but
You
unfortunately,
know.
Drake, if you didn't pull this, you robbed a lot of people's flow, man.
Yeah,
That's
he
his
does do
payback.
that. Yeah.
This is payback, my friend.
And I think that's how he has a lock on the game because he takes what's
Well,
hot and he makes it his
I
own.
couldn't believe this. This is 5 months ago. Did you see that video, Jumbotron something? I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
this
think so.
video
Yeah.
where he has a Pharrell's old jewelry that he bought, which is so dumb. It's just but what was my point about that? Oh, there's a rapper who obviously who's not named
Yeah.
who Drake stole that entire flow from and I don't even like that flow, but I didn't even like that song, but it's like he's still doing it. It's like insane.
Yeah.
But the AI songs are okay, but AI is just I don't know. I don't like AI because now they have podcasts now. Because think about it, like Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
he has what 100,000 over 100,000 podcasts.
Right.
So now they put out fake podcasts between him and Trump and
Oh,
that,
that's
that and it
stupid.
looks real.
Yeah.
And they have those deep fakes, which is AI, where they take your voice and make you see. There's one where Drake's rapping over that girl's Ice Spice beat, the Munch song.
Oh yeah.
So, it's insane. So, but
It
yeah,
is.
some
It
people
is.
think that Drake in the weekend did it as like a stunt, purposely stunt. I don't think so. Because the guy who made it is on YouTube and he keeps re-uploading those songs every day because they get taken down, and he has a bed sheet over his head. So it's like you don't know who, because
What
he'll
the
get
frick?
sued. But what the rappers or musicians can do is license their voice out if they want. If they think they can't stop it, might as well cash in on it.
Yeah, it's definitely. If I was an artist, which I rap a little bit, but I'm not fit. But I wouldn't like
Now I heard
someone
two
doing
ways
that.
how it's done. I heard there's one way where there's a software where they go through all Drake's songs and make a song. Then I heard there's one where you go in, you rap it or sing it, and then it puts it in whoever's voice you want. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying what I heard about those. I heard those. That's why I'm not sure if both of them are true or if it, because that makes no sense. So you rap and you can just make it into Drake's voice. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
But think
no,
about
I
how
mean
bad
the
that could be.
tech.
What if they say racist stuff in Drake's voice or racist stuff in
Well,
Donald Trump's
yeah, yeah,
voice
yeah.
or you know what I mean?
The
So
technology is definitely. I believe it can
I
do
wish
it.
I could understand it. That's what we got to talk about someday too is Bitcoin, because I do believe that's the future. It's
Well,
still
yeah,
hard to. I try every day to understand it. It's very hard. But what I like about it is that I, I just like it better because think about it. Nobody uses cash anyways. Look at those banks that went out of business. Like
yeah.
what, a couple weeks ago, like four
Silicon
banks.
Valley,
You want to know why that is? Think about it.
because of
Think about. I told this to mom the other day. What if everybody in America went to their bank today and said, "I want my money out"?
yeah,
The economy will collapse.
yeah.
Because
Well,
you want to know
yeah,
why? They take your money in the bank and they this is what the banks do. They go, they'll never take the money out. So we're just gonna give.
yeah,
They're gonna use
yeah,
their credit
yeah,
card, so they loan it to other people, and then they loan it to other people, and that's what banks do. That's
yeah,
why Bitcoin is gonna be way better than. And I'm trying to understand it because people don't have cash anyways. If you want to go buy something today, say if you had the just cash, stores will say, I don't want that. I want a money order or a
well, most places take
people are
card now.
starting to finally wake up with the banks and people. Another thing that people are talking about, we're just going all over the place, but this is a practice anyways. I know I'm just rambling about
No,
different
that's
stuff.
fine
This
though.
is like what we can use about what we. This is like topics we got to talk. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
the
It's
underground Chinese jails that nobody's talking about that were in America.
yeah. See, I don't know much about that, but
It's true though. I'm not
I do
making it
know
up.
after the Silicon Valley thing, like a lot of people took money out of the bank because they were afraid that all the banks were gonna collapse, but they didn't. But I agree that the Bitcoin is the future kind of.
Yeah,
But even with Cash App and stuff, yeah, you're right. It's not tangible money. You can't. It's
yeah.
not
Well,
physical money.
gold used to be,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that drops
I
every
think.
day. And I hate all those people that say, just put your money in the bank for interest. No, no, no. If you do the research, because I've been looking it up and everything,
Yeah.
people lose money every year on banks, but people don't want to talk about that.
Well, yeah. And I'm not into that stuff much, but I know silver is definitely a good thing to have. Like a lot of people get that too. And
But the
even
thing that confuses me about Bitcoin is,
yeah,
if you go and say the coin is, I don't know how much they are. Let's say 10,000 a coin. I don't know how much they are. What if you want to go buy a drink at a store? How does that work?
right.
Like,
Yeah, I think so. Bitcoin is mostly online. So how do
yeah,
you?
that's what I mean. How do they take that out of the? That's what I don't get. You know?
So yeah, you would have to transfer it into cash, or I don't know.
Well, because the thing is, like, say if you want to get out of the country, you don't want to bring your credit card. You don't want to put it in the other country's banks. God
Right.
forbid, you'll never see that. Bitcoin you can take with you.
Mm,
You can't bring gold with you. And
right.
if you had all your money in gold, you couldn't carry that. And plus, you get robbed.
Right.
And if
Right.
you get land, what if someone takes it over? What if the house market crashes again?
Right.
You know. Um, but yeah, I mean, technology is crazy with the AI and I'm trying to understand it all. Even like, I'm impressed with the hackers and all those people because, I mean, dude, when I was younger, we had to go out, sell drugs, and do violence. Today, you can sit at home and make six figures doing credit card fraud online. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like credit card fraud. Yeah.
yeah. Look what's
Yeah.
happening with shoplifting today. People are just walking out of stores with
Yeah,
I wish I
that's
was a criminal again. I'd be making bank. I'd be making at least $1,000 a day off stolen goods. I
yeah,
mean,
that's crazy. And a lot of them are getting away with it. Yeah, I mean, no one's stopping them. You know.
so yeah, we can just talk about stuff for today, and then we'll put it into. This is like practice for us.
Yeah,
But,
we can
yeah,
talk about anything
but
pretty
yeah,
much.
so yeah,
Just,
B- Bitcoin. It's hard to understand. I mean, the thing I like about it is, but not everyone takes Bitcoin. Like I don't think you can go in and pay your groceries in Bitcoin, can
no,
you?
you can't. It's like an online currency. So like you can buy things online with it.
But what if your online wallet gets hacked?
That's the thing. That's the
Can't you not hack in Bitcoin? Because I know when you go on the dark web, they only take Bitcoin. That's
yeah,
the only thing. Like if you want to go buy a kilo from straight from Peru
right.
for like $1,500, which is like you get a
You
United
could do
States.
it
You can
online with
think about that. If you go buy a kilo for like 2,000 for right from the source from like Chile or Peru, you know how much that $2,000 kilo is worth in the United States? Like 20, 40, 20 to 30 grand. That's like 100x
damn.
times your money. That's why I want to run a pawn shop business.
Yeah.
But the thing about pawn shops are like, it's basically you can legal loan shark because you come in, you want a loan, I give you a loan, but you got to give me collateral that's like 2 times the loan. So
Right.
if you don't come in, I double my money.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why
Right.
I want to open a pawn shop business.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It would be hard to.
Plus, I know what things are worth.
Well, yeah.
Um, the thing is though, you got to get a bunch of inventory. That's the thing. Where do you get inventory to start a pawn shop?
It's a good question. I wouldn't even know how you do that.
And I want to do in the vending business too, like
Yeah.
poker machines, slot machines, candy machines.
Right.
I want to bring payphones back.
Yeah, payphones would be cool.
That's another thing.
But the
Cell
thing is,
phones.
cell phones. Like I was talking to this guy today when we were at, this crap show, but and he was talking about how everybody's on their phones now.
Oh,
He was like an older guy.
yeah.
But he was saying this girl was taking her trash out with one hand on her iPhone, the other hand like she could barely. So like, the phones are so like I like my phone. I love to use it, but there has to be a limit because it's just people are glued to them. I mean, I know a lot of people who drive now, who just look at their phone the whole time while they're driving.
I'm like a ghost online. You can't find like much on me.
Yeah, I like my phone to use it for things, but I'm not.
See, I watch my tablet because what else am I gonna do here? But
Well, yeah, it's
I
like
don't go on
watching
my
TV.
phone ever really because I don't really talk to much people anymore. Really,
Yeah,
I don't like the phone anyways. I don't like the government. Come on, you can shut it off. I don't care what you say. Nowadays, you can't even take the battery out the phone. Want to know why? Because they can track you even when it's off, and they can. You're not telling me they're not listening to you.
yeah,
Sometimes I think the
yeah.
cameras on the phone are watching us.
Yeah, they did. I think they have that power. I think if they, yeah.
That's the thing about technology. I don't like the government spies on us. And
Well,
everything.
so ever since 9/11 and the Patriot Act, right? I mean, there's surveillance everywhere.
That's what we got to talk about too. Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a whole show on that.
But the surveillance everywhere is crazy. But that it's helpful because you can find, say, a murderer, but it's not helpful because you have no privacy. So it's definitely it's crazy. Everywhere you go is a camera, pretty much. I mean, out here, like,
Well, I don't know how you do crime today because if I'm a criminal, you have to know as soon as you leave your house, you're on camera.
right.
As soon as you leave your house, you're on camera.
Right. So I think it's good in the benefit of the law because they can find it. And you're right, any criminal. But then again, like we said, these people at Walmart are just taking things and walking out, and basically because of their color or whatever, like
Well,
what I mean.
what the store's arguments were is if we touch them and something happens to them, we can get sued, we can get
Right.
arrested.
Exactly. Or on
And they
camera.
say that nowadays, they tell them just let them go.
They tell them that.
Yeah.
I was talking.
But think about it if you work there. Okay, I don't care what if you. I wouldn't care if they steal if I worked there. What the hell do I care?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I was talking to Dad.
Dude, people out there. I know you won't agree with this and stuff, but some people, Adam, need that stuff. That's why they're doing it.
Well, no,
I know it's wrong,
I
but
mean, we've both stolen in our life. I've stolen many things,
Yeah.
obviously. But the thing is, I'm not gonna. If I have the money, I'm not gonna just But yeah, these people like they're just going and stealing TVs, walking out
Yeah.
with giant. But Dad's friend Dean was saying he used to work at Dick's in Seattle,
Yeah.
and people would come in and steal stuff and just walk out right with it, like out in the open.
Well, that's how I used to steal.
And
I don't apply to that logic that people go, let's go in there, be all sneaky and
well,
shove it down
yeah,
my
because it
pants
looks
or put it on in the
suspicious.
dresser. You know what you do? You take what you want. You go up like you go into the cashier and you just walk right out like you bought
Right.
it. And if someone says anything, just keep walking.
Yeah, I've done that,
I've never been
but
caught shoplifting ever.
what I'm saying is he was saying because he was talking to his boss and his boss was basically like you just gotta let them go, but he was pissed because he wanted to stop.
Well, they used to have those lost
Stop.
prevention people in the stores. I'm surprised they don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I got caught by an undercover
Yeah.
in Sears,
Oh yeah.
and I was just stealing the tester colognes, and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't think they would care really, and I just took a bunch of them.
Nah, they definitely have those people there, especially
Yeah.
at like Macy's.
They got
and,
cameras
at the
and
mall.
they got
Yeah.
people watching 24. Because that guy, I had no idea, and he just came out of nowhere. And we could have ran, but we didn't. So you could run, and they're not gonna. I don't think they. But basically, I got a $200 fine, and then we couldn't go back to the store, but we still did. They don't. They don't. But yeah, stealing's easy now, and I just think it's stupid. If I'm a worker and someone's stealing, I'm gonna confront them. But I don't know.
See, if I was a worker, I wouldn't give a shit. It's
Well,
not
the
my
thing
store.
is, like, it's just like I get people who need it, whatever, but to be that ignorant about it and to just be like, "Oh, hey, look at me," like those people, and then walk right out. It's crazy. You can't have a functional society with the law. It's just listen. I've done crime, but you just can't.
Yeah, but so, I mean,
You can't.
America's all screwed up anyway. That's why I love when people. Well, a lot of people don't talk about how China's gonna fucking crush us. But you don't want to know why China's so smart? They think 100 years ahead, not how we think. And they make a lot of our goods. They make. I mean, China has us by the balls. Like those
Yeah,
illegal
I think
jails.
yeah.
Are you kidding
Well,
me?
they have a lot of farmland over here they bought, and yeah, that Shi guy, what I think his name's Shi, right? He's very smart. So yeah, and then yeah, they got a lot of farmland they bought over here, so he's trying to take over basically everywhere. Um, so yeah,
They laugh at us because all we care about in this society is Kim Kardashian. Like, you see those people at that Met Gala the other day that look ridiculous?
I didn't see it, but
Like, this
I
dude, Lil Nas X, was basically naked. He just had, like, a
oh
skin
god,
cat suit
why do
painted on
people
him.
do that?
I don't get it.
I get it, like
Uh,
some girls can pull it off.
uh, this is a dude, though. Like, I mean, but
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
that
Well,
place.
Lil
All
Nas
those
X
rich
is
elite pricks. Go fuck yourselves, all
yeah.
you. Yeah, I wouldn't go there. You know how I'd go there if I went there? In a sweatsuit.
Yeah, yeah. I respect people like that. Like even if I was a famous rapper, I wouldn't be wearing these crazy
And
chains
it
or
pisses
anything.
me off that ASAP Rocky got Rihanna.
Yeah,
Dude, the
yeah,
dude
they've been
doesn't have money. I don't care what people say. You might think he has money. I'm telling you, he's not a good musician. Never was. He might make more money modeling, but he doesn't have more than $10 million. Rihanna's worth like 500,
well.
600,
So
700 million.
growing up,
But dude, I just don't get how women pick losers. And it's just, oh.
growing up, I was a fan of him. I liked his rap. I like
He's
him.
suspect though. You can't tell me him and a lot of other rappers are
There's
suspect.
rumors.
Gay wise, and not only gay wise, a lot of rappers are getting exposed for snitching, and
Yeah.
I'm just so
Well,
sick and tired of these rappers lying because these kids believe you, and then when they look at what's happening now with drill, these are kids that believed rap when they were younger, just like I did, and now that they're talking about what they really live in their rap, they go, these kids are self-snitching. Yeah, because you want to know why? Because they thought you guys were doing the same thing, and you guys were just
yeah,
lying.
yeah, they're
Other
lying.
than like 50 Cent, but like, think about it. How many lying rappers that are soft as shit? You know what I mean? Like French Montana,
French.
P. Diddy, all those soft dudes, Joel Santana, who else?
Yeah.
Jim Jones. They're all soft. I don't
Uh,
care what anyone says.
yeah,
You
just
know?
a lot of rappers are fakes.
Yeah.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Six.
I'll give him credit though. Rick Ross really faked it till he made it. I'll give him that credit.
Well, still they
But
they do.
but
it to
yet
make
people
money.
still fuck with him. That's why I hate when
Yeah.
people put Jay Z on a pedestal. Jay Z's a piece of shit that put. I love when people say, well, he's a real dude. Well, why is he a real dude? Because he got money. People think because you got money that you're a real dude.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then 6ix9ine was just ridiculous.
oh.
We all knew.
But you know what? He's at the point where he don't make me mad anymore.
I know.
He's not happy.
You see, he got beat up the other day.
Yeah, but I know. I can tell deep down inside he's not happy with his life.
He knows.
He can't just fade off into obscurity because he got those dumb tattoos.
Yeah, I seen him.
He put a whole hood away, but yet no one does anything.
Yeah, he came out with a couple new songs, and I don't.
Yeah, but what did he do when he came out of jail? Was back on that tough talk.
Yeah, I know.
Like, dude, you're a rat. And I love how he goes, well, Alpo is a rat, and he was talking about, like, Sammy the Bull. Dude, people get it twisted. I hate Sammy the Bull, but he's a straight killer. I don't care if he's a rat. He still will kill your whole family. So there's certain rats that will say, yeah, I'm a rat, do something about it. And then there's rats that will try to make excuses, like, oh, well, they did it. You're not them, dude. You never were. You're never in the mafia.
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew from the jump 6ix9ine was fake. Because he was so over the top.
Yeah. Saying I got a 30 pack on Chief Keef's head on TMZ. Who talks like that? First of all, where the fuck you getting your language from, dude? Because you don't talk like that. Well, now, I want to know how I know you don't talk like that? Because I saw old videos of you working at a corner store, being a fucking nerd that you were. And I don't pick on nerds, never have. I never was a bully. But he just was like one of them people that just keep running in his mouth, dude. And it's like, you're not like that.
Well, he was destined.
And I'm not saying I'm the toughest guy, but dude, I don't run my mouth like these fucking rappers that aren't tough at all. Like,
well, he was destined to be beat up. I'm surprised. Like, we know.
Well, he got robbed. It's on tape. He got robbed by his own homies, right?
When they got him in the car, whatever.
Quote unquote, his homies, right?
And then recently he got beat up, and then he looked.
Those dudes are idiots, though.
But then
you beat him up and you film it. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, he went online. Well, he was in the hospital, like.
Yeah, why do you go to the hospital, you pussy?
Well, he looked for sympathy. And it's
yeah, no one gives a shit. Dude, you said... Dude, he went to... I hate... I shouldn't say this because I know I'm going to get killed for this. I don't like Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry. I don't think he's as big as people say he was. Because no one talked about him when he was alive. That's for real. We can cut this out because I know people are going to probably flip out about that take. But he went to Nipsey Hussle's mural... and like posted like he was praying wearing a King Von jacket or something like that. Like basically subliminally what he's saying is he's acting like to the feds because he's a fucking rat. I'm just saying, you know, my prayers to these rappers. And he went to, I think, did he go to King Von's mural too? I don't know. I know he definitely went to Nipsey's. And he went there and he was making fun of his death basically. And it's like, dude, you're not. Oh, this bothers me. And I don't get these kids today, like these 19-year-old, 20-year-olds that are killing kids and women and like
savages for no reason.
Today is, but you know what it is today though? Nobody wants to get beat up online. Because if that video goes viral, your career's done. Which I never understood that. Who cares if you get beat up? That doesn't mean. I guess in today's culture, you can't get beat up or. Dude, I've been in like 100 fights. I probably lost 99 of them. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a shit? Like, why do people... So, what I'm saying is people don't want to lose a fight on camera, so that's why the guns come out and people get killed. Because they don't want to take a loss. Dude, I got jumped in school in front of people, and I was basically... My face was maimed. And I wasn't embarrassed. Whatever, man. I got beat up. Whatever, man. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you're bound to lose one, and that's how you.
Even if you lose them all, just fight, man. Who cares?
Well, that's the thing. Like you don't. But yeah, everything's fake nowadays. I mean,
just like in jail, there's a bunch of fake tough guys too that walk around acting that.
You
know what it is?
Well, yeah.
Because they were nothing on the street, so they want to be something in jail.
Right. Exactly. There's a lot of fake people.
I used to see some people in jail that pick on. Like the guys that come in for DUI that never been in jail before. It's like, dude, they're 50-something years old. Detox and leave them alone.
Yeah, leave them, right. I agree.
I saw this one guy that, like, he had, like, 7 DUIs, bro.
Really?
And after a while, I think it's after, like...
How do you have...
I know.
Because, like, I like
alcohol, the last one, he had that machine. Okay, maybe not 7, but it was legit, like, 4 or 5 in a row. Yeah, I think it was 5. Actually, it was probably 5 or 6. I want to say because the last one, he had to breathe in his car every morning to get his car started.
Jeez.
But he ended up. But anyways, he had
Oh
a
yeah,
nose that was all red, man, from
so he
booze.
was just
Yeah,
straight off.
yeah.
See, like I
He
love.
was like 50 something. He looked 70, bro, and he was fat. All beer. He said he never even ate. It was just beer, and he was pretty big. But anyways, yeah, like people, some people in jail
Dang.
do pick on people like that. But yeah, how do you get 4 or 5, even 2
You
DUI?
think after like 2 or 3, you'd be like, all right. But then again, who drinks and drives anyway? It's just stupid. I'm just like I like alcohol too, but I'm not
Well, a
gonna.
lot of people drink a glass of wine or two and drink it, even though they say, well, it's just that. But legally, you're not supposed to,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I'm not a stickler for the rules. I'm just saying, though. Like, legally, if you got pulled over,
yeah.
you could get arrested.
Well,
I'm
I
just
know
saying.
cops who have like, say they pull someone over and they have like a beer can in their console that's empty. Sometimes they'll just let them go, like they won't even But if you're loaded and you're driving, then that's a problem, and then you're definitely gonna get a DUI.
Yeah, like I saw this
But
video the other day, but speaking of DUIs, this girl, high schooler, um, was drinking and driving, killed 2 people.
oh my,
Killed.
that's why it's so
Hold on,
bad.
she's at the hospital, right? Because she was hurt.
Yeah,
You know how the cops now have those body cams now, so they don't get sued or
I like
charged.
that they got those.
So, anyways, the girl,
Yeah.
this is the night she killed him.
Uh-huh.
She snaps out of it. She goes, "Where's my car? I need to go to school tomorrow."
Oh my
And the
god.
cop's like, "You're not going to school."
You
And she
just
goes,
killed for
"What do
you.
you mean?" She goes, the cop goes, "Your car's totaled." And she goes, she was talking like drunk, still a little bit. Totaled? What do you mean totaled?
Oh
Like, and then she
god.
and dude, she was like, "Okay, I can't go to school Monday. What about Tuesday?" And he goes, "You're going to jail. You killed 2 people." And she goes, "So when can I go to school?"
You can't.
Like,
Your
dude,
life
you
so.
killed you killed 2 people, you fucking dumb cunt.
Yeah,
Sorry for my language,
your
but
life is over. You.
but she got 14 years. She didn't get life. She should have got life. 2 people.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
But when am I going to school?
I've been with people who have drove drunk, and I've been in the car, and it's no joke. And I've also been in a situation where I tell people like, nah, you should check yourself. You're not good. But a lot of people drive drunk. It's crazy.
But today there's no excuses. Lyft, Uber.
But that's what I mean. Why? Even when I like, listen, I've been really drunk. I never, and I drive now, but I never would think, hey, let me go for a drive. Like, why would you do that? But some people see the way the alcohol mixes with them. You know what I mean?
You can
Everyone's
get into a
different.
car accident without the alcohol.
Well, yeah. But the thing is, you're endangering other people when you drive drunk because, your motor skills are all off. And I know that because I've been with drunk drivers and they're crazy. They're all over the road. So,
Remember our cousin who's dead now that had like a bunch of DUIs and
who's
go to
that,
jail?
Jimmy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
he died of heroin too.
Yeah.
That's another thing
What
too.
was it, fentanyl?
That's another thing we need to talk about is about like I don't know what's happening with the drug scene
Well, the
today.
fentanyl.
Thank God I'm not in it no more because with the fentanyl and the crystal meth, like crystal meth's real big now to sell
Yeah.
because it's cheap. They can pump it out quick.
Well, I don't know why anyone does meth because there's no appeal to it for me. Like, you trip out on it.
I never did it. I've held it and I've seen it because my friend was selling it a long time ago, but I never did it.
I know
I
people.
never wanted to because that's why the cartels people don't get it. Like, um, they don't care about losing a bunch of meth loads because it's cheap to make.
Wait.
Not only that, you can pump them out quick with these labs. And that's what they got with the fentanyl. Because that's what, and I tried to think about it, right? Because I used to sell drugs when I was younger. I never sold heroin, but I sold coke and stuff, and pills and weed.
Right.
But with the heroin, I couldn't think about why are they putting fentanyl in it? Because you're killing the customers.
Yeah.
So they're not
Yeah.
gonna, the goal is to get them to keep coming back.
Right.
But when you think about it, it's cheap. With regular heroin, you gotta grow it like weed. It's a pain in
Yeah.
the ass to make.
Yeah.
So now you just get all the fentanyl from China.
Yeah.
That's
China.
why China's smart because people
Yeah.
think the narcos, the Mexicans, are the one with the fentanyl.
Nah. It's
Where do you
China.
think they're getting the
Yeah.
fentanyl?
Yeah.
But basically, Mexico is not smart enough to see that you're gonna take the fall for the fentanyl crisis
Right.
when it's really China.
They're killing.
But think
us
about
from
how
inside.
cheap it is, like meth and fentanyl now, because you can lose a bunch of it if the cop sees it, and it won't affect you
Yeah,
because it's so cheap to
yeah.
make, and you can pump out a ton of it.
Well, if you look at the statistics of people who die from fentanyl, like just it's insane. It's like it's more than wars. It's crazy.
Well, I think I caught the beginning of it when I was getting high because
Yeah,
remember I kept going out a lot.
yeah,
That didn't
yeah.
happen to
I
me.
think I
That would
think
that didn't happen to me in the beginning because I used to
yeah.
do a lot of drugs and never go out.
Well, I remember around the time that was happening,
That's probably the beginning of the fentanyl, I
that
think.
was because people would talk about it, but it wasn't like a big thing. But like, that's okay.
Well, I knew about this. I knew because I heard about it that this kid I knew had this pretty strong. You only need a little bit stuff. And looking back at it, because I remember I kept overdosing a lot, and I overdosed over 10 times, man.
Right.
Like
So you think it was all
I
fentanyl?
think so
Yeah.
because I've done regular heroin with pills, with other drugs, and don't get me wrong, I've passed out and all that, but
Well, yeah, but not
not
like.
not overdosing.
And I think the fentanyl now is just so strong. It's just killing people. Like there's teenagers who take pills and they're dying. 'Cause
Well,
it's
that's
laced
the
with
I
fentanyl.
don't yeah that's the problem is because kids think, well, I'll just do the pills, but think about it. The pills, even if they're not
It's not
fentanyl,
safe
it's the
now.
same thing as heroin. Just
Yeah.
with heroin, I know people will go. That's why my addiction, when I was doing the pills, I said, well, heroin's cheaper. I know you got to inject it. I never injected anything, but I'll try it.
Right.
And I did it. Worst mistake of my life because I loved it, but I can't explain it. It's like sex for the first time. I don't know how to explain it. See, I'm not a upper person like cocaine, and
Yeah.
I like to
Well, I
be like
remember when
nodding
you used
off.
to do coke, like in
Oh,
Stoner, and you would be bugging,
oh, dude.
like looking out the window.
Did you really think I was gonna die of a heart attack, though?
Uh, I thought you were just bugging, but I thought maybe you. I mean, people have died on
Yeah, but
cocaine,
cocaine
but
psychosis is scary because you can kill your family.
that's crazy.
But
Yeah.
not that I would ever do that.
Well, no, I
But
know.
I've known someone that kidnapped a girl and he doesn't
On
remember it.
cocaine.
His girlfriend, his ex
You remember
girlfriend,
your friend?
and he got like 15 years
Remember
for it.
your? I don't know if you really.
Well, he
call
cut
him.
her hair off with a knife.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't talk to him anymore. He got 15 years for it. He made her drive around while he had a knife to her.
And you
He's
do
not
that?
from
So
Malden.
you
He's
do
some
that?
guy that I knew from
So
like.
you do that on cocaine?
What were you just saying before that though?
Oh, your friend. Well, not that. I don't know if you call me friend. Remember that kid Maddie or whatever?
Oh, yeah, he used
Remember
to be
how
my
he
friend,
used to
yeah.
do coke all the time?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember when
That piece of shit.
I
Yeah.
would drive around with him because like we were hanging out a little bit,
Yeah.
and he was always just like this, like bugged out, just looking
Yeah.
everywhere. But he was a cool kid. But yeah, he was always coked up.
Yeah, he used to be my friend. It's
Yeah.
just he done disloyal things. I can't go
Yeah,
back
he,
to
he,
somebody.
he,
When someone's disloyal to me, fuck you forever.
he
I'm done.
kind of.
You basically, I don't care what you say. My ex girl slept at your
Well,
house. You tell me both you said you guys didn't smash. Come on, bro. Come on. I don't even care, bro. Just stop lying. It's like gets to the point where don't insult me like behind my back and you two go. He thinks we never fucked. Like I'm not an idiot, bro.
what he did
like
that?
I think so
Oh,
because
okay.
I know she for a fact that she slept there when I went to jail.
Oh.
Because
Okay,
think about it, it
okay.
was right down the street.
Yeah.
She knew it.
Yeah.
But that shit low key broke my heart, bro. But I was already
Yeah.
trained to know with my ex girlfriend before that when you go to jail,
Right.
just
you
break it off,
you
man.
just
Because
girls can
there's a
be-
saying that guys say is like, if you want to stay with them, just tell them you can fuck whoever you want for now. When I get home, seriously, that's the way a lot of
Yeah,
guys look
yeah.
at it.
Well,
Because
it's-
you rather have that than them do it behind your back.
Well, it's the same thing with the military. You're like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they always find somebody right because they can't go without sex or whatever their reasoning is. But yeah, it happens. But yeah, I remember like
And a girl, when they cheat, you know they really like the guy because girls, like when they have, like if we could cheat with a girl
mm,
and never want to talk to her again.
sure.
But when a girl has a sex with a guy and cheats, she got a special bond with him. That's how girls are,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
I mean,
That's true. It's a good point. I agree with
do you
that.
see all those dating channels like now that are like running, like they call it the red pill community? Have you seen that shit?
No.
I gotta show. All right, the next one. I'm gonna
It's a
write this
dating
down.
channel.
I'm just gonna show you like these. Just well, it's not a dating channel. It's just these guys that tell you how to be a high value man, whatever that means.
That's
And
stupid.
I think it's just a big racket, like a lot of YouTube channels. But hopefully, if we get popular, people will like us because we're like. Hopefully, we get a cult following.
Yeah.
Fuck if like a big. Some people watch because think about it. There's some YouTubers that have 2 million subscribers, but they only get like thirty
Yeah.
thousand likes a video.
Yeah.
That
It's
doesn't make
like
sense to me.
it's like
Do you think
underground.
people buy subscriptions? Like we'll never do that. We're not gonna buy it. If we don't make it, we don't make
No,
it.
I don't.
We're
It's
just
the
doing this
same
for
thing
fun
with
anyway.
me making music. Like I know friends or acquaintances who have they've bought plays or they've bought, you know what I mean, followers or likes, and it's like that's fake. If you know what I mean, like I'd rather have.
Well, does that is that like kind of an investment basically, or
So yeah, they do it because so if you have more likes and followers, then other people might see your channel, have a better chance, and they might. But still, like I'd rather have like you said, 20 loyal fans than
yeah,
100, hit in and out.
yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. It's crazy though. But it's just there's a lot of podcasts going around, and you know, if you're not like the famous people got it easy because they can get people to watch easily. Like everybody's got a podcast now. Shaq and
I know.
and
Well, that's
Charles
the problem. There's so
Barkley
many
and all them.
podcasts. Like I got a notebook filled with like all these
I do
YouTube
like
channels because like you know what I mean.
yeah, I
Because
do like Sean Ryan. I like that dude.
yeah,
I
I
like
listen
that.
to some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him. He's like he took the void of Joe Rogan when he left.
See, I'm
Kind
done
of.
with Joe Rogan. He
Well,
got
well,
I'm
so
I'm sick of hearing about
so
elk
you know what I
meat
heard
and
about him?
oh, I gotta show you. We're gonna do a show on this guy, Michael Hearn. Dude, you got it. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, but I know Joe
Do you have
Rogan.
your cell phone on you?
Right here.
I gotta show you something real quick.
But I feel like I heard.
Hey, you
that
wanna pause
Joe,
it for a minute?
Yeah.
How long? All right, so hold on, pause it for a second. I just wanna ask you questions about how we're gonna.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, this guy Michael Hearn, he's like in the fitness industry, basically. Dude, he's like 55,
Want me to
and
move
his
this?
wife is. He's 55. His wife's like 45, and they're both like professional bodybuilders that made it. Dude, they look great for their age, but he says he's not on steroids, and everyone like calls him out because they know he's full of. No one looks this great at 50, and he just had his first kid, and his wife has a 6 pack right after having a pregnant. But anyway, people made memes about him like on TikTok, and it's so funny. Like, and hold on, how do you get to? Okay, I gotta show you this clown. He says he's clean, always been clean.
Huh.
He works out with a lot of wrestlers and everything.
I'm done.
You gotta get a good thing. Oh, right here. Like, come on, bro. You're clean? This guy's a tool.
Oh my god.
Come on. You don't do any roids. But he looks great. I'll give him it. He looks like a Greek god. Come on, bro. You don't do any roids. Dude, he's like almost 60, bro. He's almost mom's age.
Wow, this guy is.
Come on. Alright, I gotta show you these memes that people do. Alright, so the memes, right? With these, someone put all these memes together of his videos, right? And they make fun of him, like about how stupid he
He
is.
is stacked. Like, he's jacked out of his mind.
Look at it. Sir, you can't drink the Dior Stravage. My honest reaction to that. Stuart, can I help you, sir? Yeah, I spotted a mirror.
Oh
Come on,
my
bro.
God.
Who looks that great? In my bathroom, in the mirror before school at 9. School starts at 8:30.
That's funny.
Bro, come on.
He is.
You natural. You're not natural.
He is.
Come on, bro.
He is as fake as they come. Wow. He's definitely doing roids.
According to him, no.
He's gotta be. I mean, that's like. He's.
Look at this guy. He's such a tool.
He really is like the epitome of a wow.
But bro, doesn't he look great for his age?
Well, yeah, that's.
But no
you're
roids,
right,
though.
That's unnatural. That's.
No roids, according to Mike
No,
Learn.
he's in.
But yeah, I get a kick out of this guy, man. He's the biggest tool.
Maybe HGH, but that's roids.
Well, buy his supplements and you'll look just like him and do his workouts.
Yeah, see, I don't know,
You know what I
about
mean?
that. Listen, like,
Yeah.
that's either HGH
Yeah.
or
Who looks like that at almost 60?
or it's like The Rock. Like, you got to be doing something.
Yeah, and by the way, how does your wife have a six-pack after she just had a baby? Oh, yeah, she's not on
and
the
he's
sauce, too.
almost 60, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. He looks 30.
Looks like a Greek god, though, I'll give him that. Like, if I had to look like a bodybuilder, he'd probably be
Even
it.
his face looks young.
I just think bodybuilding is gay.
He's
when
probably
dudes look at that. It's very gay.
Well,
Let's get in
yeah.
a Speedo and pick out who looks the best, and even though it's men on judge, it's just ridiculous. They
It's
rub
a
this
weird-
ridiculous tan on them. It's just ridiculous, you know what I mean?
What's his name? Used to be a bodybuilder. What's his name? Travis Bart. Who's that dude who was going out with the Kardashian girl? He used to be a bodybuilder, but he was in a band too.
Travis Barker? He's not a bodybuilder.
He used to be a bodybuilder.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here. Get the fuck out of
Watch,
here.
Google it right up.
I don't believe that
Yeah,
for a second.
watch.
You gotta confuse with something.
No, I'm
Come
telling
on, bro.
you.
That dude's tiny.
Yeah, I know. He popped a bicep. He started out.
Isn't
as-
that the guy that got in the plane accident?
Yep. Watch. I'll type in Travis Barker.
Machine Gun Kelly's another tool that I can't stand.
Bodybuilder. Watch. He used
What's
to
up
be.
with these guys
Th-
wearing
this was
skirts?
this was him.
Wait, who's that again?
This is Travis Barker when he was a bodybuilder.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he popped a bicep.
Why did he tattoo his body then?
This was before he was in a band and everything. And he popped
Holy shit.
I know.
That's him?
That's him. And he popped a
Why didn't he keep that up?
he popped a bicep because that can happen, I guess, from working out. So now he's just skinny, but yeah, that he used to be a bodybuilder too. Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe that
That's
shit.
Travis Barker. Boost Mobile commercial 2005. Jacked. Yeah, and then I don't know what band he was in, some band. But that he used to go out with that Kardashian girl.
Why, they don't go out no more?
I don't know if they, then they're always
Those
switching.
guys are always, those girls are poison, man.
Well, what's her name that used to go out with Scott when I was with
Yeah.
him?
I thought they're married or some shit.
I think they are, and they go out with MGK and Megan Fox, but now they split up.
I hate that guy, MGK. I can't
Well, how
stand
do you
him.
pull
He dresses
Megan
like a
Fox?
fucking...
Oh my god!
I can't stand him.
he's-
What's up with all
he's-
these guys being feminine today?
he's
That's the
just-
problem. There's no real men today.
Well, the thing is,
It's
he's-
all feminine
The
men
thing
today.
is, I like some fashion too, but he's so extra. That guy, like he's wearing all these. It's just way out there. And it's
He
like,
just does it to be a dick.
and it's like Harry Styles. Like that dude wears dress, like literal dresses.
Yeah, and I heard MGK say the most cringiest thing I think I've ever heard him say. and he says a lot of cringy things, by the way. He said something like, I don't know, some YouTube clip, right? And he's like picking out an outfit or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he said something like, I want this pink one. And then the guy said something to him like, why do you like this one? He goes, why do I like this one? He's like trying to be cool, you know, like I'm MGK, like pausing when he talks. He's like, why do I like this one? Oh, what did he say? What was his response? He said something. Oh, this is the cringiest thing ever heard him say. Oh, what do I like this one? Because it screams no toxic masculinity. I'm against that.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
That is cringy.
This is the problem with men today.
That is cringy. Well, like it's
Men today aren't men.
Well, the thing is, he wears things that are like.
And girls like them. I don't get it. That's another thing I don't get. Women, we gotta talk about that on podcast. Girls like losers. I feel like. Like I see it a lot, man. It's like I'm not like the best looking guy, but I'm a fucking loyal guy. Like if I'm with you and you're my girlfriend, and you come to me and say, "Hey, I just killed someone. The body is here. Can you help me?" And I would just say,
Well, I think.
Why would you even ask me? Of course I'll help you bury the body or whatever she wants to do. Like
Well,
I'm
yeah.
that loyal, man.
Yeah.
Not saying like I'm a pawn and she can control me, but I mean
Right.
like I'm loyal when it comes to my girl.
But I think what's cool and relevant.
Or as a person.
What's cool and relevant is what drives, like, these women to like these men. Like, you're right, the whole toxic masculinity thing. Or, like,
I hate that word anyways.
Yeah, or they're like, whoa.
Ridiculous. And I'm so sick of the trans thing getting pushed on people. And you know what? Fuck this. It's our podcast, so we can say whatever the fuck we want. You don't like it, don't listen to it out there. I'm so sick of the gay thing getting pushed on people. The toxic masculinity and all this.
Nothing should be pushed.
First of all, who made up that word, toxic masculinity? I never heard of that before until like 5 years ago or whatever. Whenever it came out.
I know. That's definitely like a woke term they use to brainwash people, for sure. 'Cause that's what they're doing.
What's that thing? Let me see our listing so I can look at the rest of it.
I had transgender on there actually, but that's what they do.
Well, you know what I don't like about speaking. We'll talk about it real quick about the transgender thing is they'll have no problem giving you hormones to become a woman or whatever you want to do. But with me, I'll even throw it out there. I don't care what it means. You might not even put this out, but about 2 years ago. I know. Well, we can edit this out. I'm on methadone, so it's like we can edit this out if I want to.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say about the methadone? What was I just about to fucking say about it? What was I saying before the methadone thing?
Transgender.
Oh, if you want to become a woman or become a man, they'll have no problem giving you the hormones you need for that.
Right.
But a couple years ago, I started realizing like. I might have low testosterone, like I'm tired a lot as usual, more than usual and all that. So I did get tested the first time it was bad. They made me go to a specialist. He said he's going to put me on testosterone replacement therapy, which I think would have been great for me. And then I go back I think these guys are hard to get appointments for.
Right.
I go back 3 months later, he tells me that I don't need it.
Really?
So they don't want to help men become more masculine. They want to just make everyone low testosterone.
Well, yeah,
and why do you think people aren't having babies anymore? And think about it. Look how much disgusting porn's on the internet.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what I would do if I had a kid today. Because you can say, oh, I'll just put a child lock on it. Believe me, on Facebook, there's moms in their underwear and stuff like that. I'm telling you, there's never been... But if you're a man, that's inappropriate. But if you're a woman or a transgender, you can be sexualized. You can be.
Yeah, it's become unhinged.
I'm sick of these rappers like Pharrell and them. Dude, I thought you guys were the role models, and you're wearing dresses on the Vogue covers and stuff. And Jay-Z's another one, dude. We're gonna have a lot of people that hate our podcast because we have. Me personally, I have a lot of unpopular takes. Like I don't like Jay-Z. I can do a whole podcast on him.
I know a lot of people who don't like Jay-Z.
Well, people think he's like a god, bro. Like people think he's a fucking god. Like I don't like his music either, and I don't care what people say. It's not because I don't like him. Yeah, like I don't like Kanye West. He has a couple good songs.
Honestly, I know rap. Jay-Z is a trash. Like
Nas killed him.
Yeah.
Nas obliterated him. People don't even talk about that.
Nas is one of the GOATs for sure, and
I don't even like Nas like that, but he killed Jay-Z.
I like Nas because he's underground and he's just but yeah, Jay-Z is a trash.
Oh yeah, you do have fentanyl crisis.
Yeah, I got a couple things. I got a couple things I wrote down. AI rap.
But we gotta come up with things that we can do a whole podcast on. We can do a whole one on the fentanyl one. El
Well,
Chapo
yeah,
too.
we can.
Oh,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
El Chapo, wow, I didn't know you were interested in that. I know a lot on that. So
Yeah, I put
I'll give
after.
you a quick rundown. We'll do that next. We'll do that next when we do.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we'll do.
We can do episodes
What
on
was
just
the other one we were just gonna do?
on just
We can do one on
specific
rap,
things.
I guess.
Yeah, like old rap versus new rap or things like that.
Oh, we could talk about drill rap. We could talk about
Drill rap.
Yeah. I like drill rap, but it's not gonna last. Cause think
Yeah,
about what's going on with Chicago. There is no more drill. The only ones that made it out is Little Durk, Chief Keef. That's it. The others are dead or in jail.
yeah,
King Von's dead. His friends that were gonna become rappers are in jail. You know. Yeah, we can do one on that. What did I just say we're gonna do one on? Oh, drill rap.
drill rap.
Well, we got this recorded, so we can go through it and remember what we were
Yeah.
gonna do. But yeah, drill rap we gotta talk about too.
Yeah,
You like
definitely.
drill rap? A lot of people don't like it. I like drill. I always liked drill. It's been around for a while. People don't realize that. It's just there's other cities doing it now because Chicago started it, then it went to New York, like Bronx, New York. No, it went to Brooklyn first, then Bronx. Then there's a UK one. That's what Brooklyn drill is. It's UK drill beats, just
Yeah.
rapping. The thing about drill is though, you're talking about real stuff that happened. So you either get killed for disrespectful, or you can't go out of state because you got cases. You can't go to the festivals where you get paid a lot because you get into fights or someone liabilities. You know, someone gets killed or something.
You're right. Yeah.
And like look at Chicago drill. It's pretty much dead when you think about it. And
Yeah.
now Brooklyn drill is pretty much dead. And now Bronx is pretty much about to be. They're on life support.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's been on life support. Boston drill. There's only a little tiny drill scene in Boston. They're all in
the
jail.
tiny one.
So,
I mean, I used to listen to
like G. Fredo, I think is one of the best Boston rappers. No one talks about the guy. I think he's a very good rapper.
yeah.
You know who he is?
You told me about him.
I think he's a Coach the Ghost too. I think he's a real rapper from New York. He's in jail for he's probably gonna go to jail for life. He's in jail for like 2 murders or something.
Yeah, I used to listen to Chief Keef when I was a kid,
Chief Keef's my favorite.
and I think that's when it started.
I would go to a Chief Keef concert. I never been. I don't like concerts,
Yeah.
but I would go to a Chief Keef or a Little Durk concert. I'd go.
Yeah, I like Chief Keef. I think he kind of started started.
Yeah, people don't. He changed the rap.
Yeah.
People, when he came out, you gotta remember too. He was only 16 when he got signed.
Yeah, he was really.
And think about it. All those people, his enemies, tried to kill him.
Yeah,
They did not like his success. You know, but King Von would have been bigger than Chief Keef and Little Durk put together if he was alive.
Yeah, he was blowing up fast.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who liked him.
He was too busy in the streets though. He wasn't gonna become famous.
Yeah, I liked some of his songs.
Yeah, LeBron James listens to his music.
Yeah, LeBron James. Yep. He was talented, I think. Yeah, no, I like King Von, but you almost know they're gonna die because they're so.
Well, if he was alive today, he'd be in jail anyways.
Yeah.
Because all on that
Well, that's the
FBG
thing.
duck hit that allegedly
Yeah.
that happened.
Oh yeah.
He paid for that. Well, we're gonna edit this out because I'm gonna snitch. But I have theories on who really paid for that hit. I think Little Durk was the real head. He used Vaughn as a liaison, meaning a go-between, and then he hired his friends. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, it could be. Right.
But I can't prove that. But cause think about it. King Von was only out for popping for a year because he kept getting in trouble. So think about that. He didn't have 100,000 to pay for a bounty, right? I mean, think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Little Durk's got that type of money to pay.
Yeah, yeah. Lil
And
Durk is
there's
still
a
there.
video online of Little Durk basically admitting to get an FBG cash hit, basically. I'll show you that next time. But yeah, it's basically a video of him rapping about leaving someone by a tree. FBG cash was found by a tree.
Just crazy.
People can
all
say,
the-
well, that could be about anybody. Come on, bro. Cops aren't stupid, bro. You know what cops do nowadays? They go like this. In a nice, cool AC and just watch them online.
Right,
And they
right,
just wait until they keep posting, and then 2, 3 years later, after they build cases, knock,
right.
kick your door in at fucking three. No, they'll come around anywhere from like 3:30 to 5 in the morning. Will be when they come kick your door in when you're sleeping.
Well,
Just
that's
like they did to
weird.
El Chapo. This was Mexico. Just like they did to El Chapo's son recently, and they got him for the second time. Um,
That's the thing.
but El Chapo deserves. He's in jail for life, obviously, but he's in American jail. They got him in that supermax where you don't come out. I think he should be able to go to regular prisons, don't you?
He's escaped from like
Yeah, but
what
come
three,
on, dude. He's
three.
not gonna escape. He's older. Okay, let the guy. Dude, he's locked in a cell all day.
But it is crazy how you escape those other prisons.
That's where his son is now
Really?
in Mexico, the same jail that his
Oh
dad
my
escaped
god.
from.
How does he do that?
Dude, right to
He's
his
like
cell too.
he's like a magician. Like yeah.
That's why I love those people. Let's put a wall up. That's gonna stop the drug crisis, dude. They barely use the drive-in anymore. They use underground tunnels. El Chapo invented that.
Well, you think you'd watch him closely because he's El Chapo, but he just gets out. Like he got out of all.
Well, he
this.
bribed a lot of those guys.
True. Yeah.
Mexico, you can bribe.
Yeah.
You know.
Anybody, right? He had tons of money. So you're right. That's a big way he got out.
But
Wow. Yeah.
America, this is where America gets it wrong. Remember? You probably don't remember this, but when El Chapo got caught for the last time and they sent him over here, what did the DA say? Parents of drug addicts, I want to let you know that we got the man that's responsible for putting poison and maybe killing some of your kids, right? They made him like to be out the devil.
Right.
It's gotten worse since he's been in there. You got
True,
people
yeah.
like Almencho, who's literally, I heard to join. This is a proof. To join Almencho's team, you gotta go out with trained military people, go hunt someone down, kill him, cook him, and eat him. And the reason why he does that is to desensitize you, so he can train you to kill. El Chapo isn't a saint, but he never did stuff like that.
That's beyond.
You know, he never extorted businesses like that. They're just moving off straight terror.
Yeah, that's great.
Like they kidnapped El Chapo's sons,
Right.
but luckily they all got paid to get released. But
Right.
that was a fuck you to El Chapo, because think about it, El Chapo's in jail.
Right. Right.
You know, and when we talk next time, we'll get into about. But yeah, basically it's El Chapo's sons with his. That's another thing that the media. Oh, so back to what the media said. Drug addicts, don't worry, but literally El Chapo was against fentanyl.
Yeah.
Like, if he was out today, he would be very mad at his sons for what they're doing with the fentanyl.
Yeah, you're right. Like this new generation is just insane.
And El Chapo had a quote saying, "My sons don't understand that they'll get it when they're in jail because they were, unlike me, they were born with money. It doesn't matter if it was blood money, we were rich." Meaning, like, El Chapo was dirt poor. Like, you know what I mean? His kids grew up with wealth because he was already a rich billionaire by then.
Right. Right.
So basically, he's kind of throwing shots at his kids. But his kids are ruthless too. They kill. So
Yeah.
you got to in that life because, like, I always joke with mom, like, I wish I could go over there and join them. And I mean that sometimes because it's like, I don't got any opportunities. I know how to middleman drug deals and get them over here and speak English. And,
Right.
obviously, I'm not going to do that,
But you're right. Cooking someone eating. That's ridiculous.
That's just sick shit.
Who does that?
And
That-
like killing random people, like, we get it, bro. You're tough. We don't need to, you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
even think you're tough for killing random people. You just. That's
but El Chapo's sons are getting taken out, kind of, because one's in jail now. They're wanted too in the U.S. They want them.
Right.
I don't know if his son will get extradited here though. I hope not. I don't want him to. He's the one that they caught last time and they let him go because they blocked him off the military and they fought him off.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll get into that next episode. We'll obviously say it now so we'll remember. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the fentanyl and what's going on in Mexico. Yeah, there's some sick shit goes cartel people, man. It's like now it's just about violence, man. And they love like filming it and then sending it to your fucking fam.
Well,
Like
that's
those
just-
people, like that's why I kind of respect the mafia more. But it's like, because they don't really kill kids and women and stuff. Well, they have, but they usually don't.
Damn morals.
But yeah,
and
they don't
it's-
just kill to kill.
Right.
But when you got billions on the line, they gotta do what they gotta do. You know.
Yeah, no, I.
It's like a
don't
PR. We're gonna kill someone and put their head outside of school. That's what they literally did. They killed 3 people, put their heads outside of school, and made all the kids see it when they came out of school, just as a PR message saying to the other cartels, "This is what we'll like." There's so many cartels you gotta remember. It's not just El Chapo, and then there's that conspiracy that El Chapo honestly was number 2. People don't know that. Number 1 was El Mayo, but there's a rumor he's a CIA agent for the
okay.
United States.
Huh.
Like, for instance, to get to El Mayo, like, he harvests his own food, he has diabetes, got his own nurses there and his kids.
Huh.
But to get to him, even if you're on a helicopter trying to raid his house or something,
Right.
he has like a 8-ring force of just men surrounding him. So basically, it will take you 3 hours just to get to him, so he has time to run and get out of there. And but that guy never been in jail. How do you go? How were you a narco and never been in jail?
That's
Very
good.
suspect, right? It's like.
Yeah, that is.
But then you got El Chapo's kids that are working with him right now. You guys know he put your dad away, possibly.
Right.
Well, his son was El Chapo's accountant, working as the accountant. His son ratted on him. That's a fact. So why is his son hanging out with the father that his kid ratted? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
like, it's very weird. It's like,
That is weird. Yeah, we could definitely do an episode on that, cause, right, it's very.
how long has it been now?
Probably an hour.
Did it tell you?
Not exactly.
What
but
time is it?
Right now it's 11:38.
Alright, we'll go for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. Let me just take a piss real quick. I'll pause. All right.
And the Patriots too.
Yeah, start.
I wish we could have got a better quarterback. I don't know if I like Mac Jones. But we don't have the greatest team anyways. We don't have much.
So
Belichick is just thinking, well, I'll just do things like we did with Tom Brady. Great defense, pretty good defense, you know.
I thought in the draft they were gonna go for. I heard rumors for another quarterback.
We should have just got Jimmy Garoppolo.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
I like Jimmy. People
And
shit
Jimmy
on him.
got what? He's in the Raiders now.
Yeah,
The Raiders,
I know.
and he got another big deal.
Talk about a guy that ladies love. My God.
But also he gets deals like that. And you know what? He's a good quarterback,
Yeah, people shit
but
on him.
he gets hurt,
He does. I know.
and
That's why Belichick.
the
really-
deals he gets are big money deals.
Yeah, but remember, when you see the number, that doesn't mean they're getting that.
Well, yeah.
Well, they get more. Like, think about this for a minute. Speaking on NFL, let's talk about this. Tom Brady got. Remember the Deflategate bullshit?
Yeah,
What did he get? 4 games suspension for that.
I think 4
Deshaun
games,
Watson literally had 26 victims, and he didn't even get a full season. How is that possible?
Yeah. No, I know.
How is that fucking possible?
Yeah.
And I love how people say, "Well, they're all lying. All of them are lying."
26.
I bet you most of them probably are lying, but all of them.
Yeah, I know.
If there's
that's-
what's that saying?
Listen,
If there's smoke, there's fire.
well, listen. I'm all about. I know the Me Too movement has been.
I know it is ridiculous.
Right.
But Adam,
people-
26.
Yeah, 26
people. Come on.
You gotta have something there. You would think.
Yeah.
Because the Me Too movement, like a lot of the cases, like the thing with James Franco, I questioned. He's
James Franco's a creep, though. He is
You
a
think
creep.
so?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's context. Like, was the girl 16? Was the you know what I
Nah.
mean? Are these people street pedophiles
I'm not
where they're
giving him a
sleeping
pass.
with
No, I
You know
just
what I
think he takes advantage of women, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying he's a
Yeah.
pedophile because I don't know that. I can't.
That's
I will
what- yeah.
never call someone a pedophile
you
if I don't know that.
Yeah,
But
because there's a line. There's not like all guys like younger women, but we're not talking about
yeah, but I think he does
right.
hold his position to get women or something. You know, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that creep. I never understood creeps like that. Like Louis C.K. Everyone forgives him. It depends on who.
He came back, right?
It depends on
He did
who. Yeah, it depends on who people want to get
Yeah,
behind to
yeah.
hate or get behind to
I
like.
like Louis
People
C.K.
picking Adam, but he was jerking off in front of women.
It
and
is
come on,
weird.
bro.
That is weird. Like I would never
And
do
who's the
that,
other guy
but-
that did the same shit? He's in jail now.
Kevin Spacey.
No, he's
But
in
he
jail.
got caught
Harvey
for
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
You know what I'm mad about though, and I'll say it because I don't care.
He got away with that for
He
a
is a
while.
creep and he deserved to go to jail.
Yeah.
But don't. There's a video online. It got millions of views of all these people thanking him before this scandal came out.
Yeah.
They all knew. They
Yeah,
all
yeah.
knew.
'Cause he's in
They
power.
wanted to go move up in their career, and there's nothing wrong with that, ladies. If I was a woman, I'd probably blow someone to get where I want to go. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies, but stop with the lie. I mean, and I'm not saying what he did was right. It's not right. He's a creep and he deserved what happened to him.
Look at Kamala Harris. She blew her way to the top. Basically, I mean, she's so unqualified. That girl. And she's the vice president of the United States.
Well, look at our president.
Yeah, look at the president.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke, and it just shows you don't have to be smart to become president anymore. You really don't. You just have to be.
Well, I'm just sick of the whole. You have to either be a Republican or be a Democrat. There should be a third party in the middle. There should be. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm neither. I'm truly in the middle. I
Yeah.
agree with a little bit. Only
Yeah.
a little bit of what the left says.
I never.
I agree with them on like. What is an example of? Not much that I agree with the left.
Well, the thing is,
but
like, for me to vote, like, I've always been a registered Republican. So to vote, I have to register. Because if you register as, like, an independent, you can.
you shouldn't even register though.
Well, I do it because I've been into politics my whole life. But I like voting. I like following it. And I do think the last election was rigged. I don't care what they say. But
I don't know about that.
I do think so.
Is it possible? Of course, but I don't know.
Of course. They did it in Brazil just recently, and they were all protesting. So they rig elections all over the world. But yeah, I was pissed off about it. You know, it is what it is. But I'm hoping this time around. I think Trump has he's bigger than ever. But I'm only registered.
Well, look what happened. What's happening to that guy? You know that guy, Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
Look what is happening to him now. Where
I know,
he's
I
almost getting canceled. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this too. What he said to his wife wasn't right, but there shouldn't be a video of you in your home getting leaked.
They shouldn't, no.
And all he did say though, I'm gonna fuck you up, which is, but we've all said stuff like that. Let's be
Right.
honest, and
Right.
it doesn't matter what. A lot of people. I can think about killing you. That doesn't mean I should.
Yeah.
I should
Well,
be
people-
canceled. Like if I say I want to kill her, I shouldn't be canceled for that.
No,
I
you
can.
shouldn't.
I can want to do something.
No.
That doesn't mean it's.
And those people who are like if you haven't been in a relationship, you know, for a while, then you don't know what, you know what I mean? Like you just end up, you know what I mean? You fight like crazy, you hate each other. But that doesn't, you're right. That doesn't mean you should be canceled. Now, if he did it, that's another story. I mean, if he pulled an OJ and actually killed, yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
And we're probably not going to get monetized when we try to, because we're going to talk a lot about how the government fucked people over, especially the banks do.
Yeah.
We're going to have a whole probably, well, if you want to, because you're going to be into it too, about how just, we can probably have like a 10-part series on how banks fuck people, you know what I mean? Seriously.
Oh, yeah, they do, yeah. For the government in general, and I think there's probably some good people in the government, and I do agree, government does some good things, but yeah, they're very corrupt, and they do this a lot of times. They definitely fuck people over. There's some good things government does that I agree with, but other than I'm a fan of very limited government, like the libertarian parties like that, and that's another political party, but. The two big parties are Republican and Democrat, and if you're not one, but you don't have, like, I like Trump because he's common sense, and that's what I am. I'm a common sense guy, and so, you know, he just kind of, he ran the country like a business, and it worked, and I like that. He's going to run it, you know, he's doing pretty well in the polls. He just had that CNN had him on, and it backfired because they were trying to, like, embarrass him, right? In a town hall thing, and he completely embarrassed the girl hosting it. It was so funny. And the audience was laughing at Trump. Like,
I'm surprised he even went on there.
He did. He went right on there, and he embarrassed them. And CNN tried to backplay it like, that, you know, we didn't mean to do that. It was terrible what he said. But basically, it was in New Hampshire, the town hall thing.
Really?
Yeah. and the audience was loving Trump and hating the CNN, so it backfired. So it was pretty great.
Yeah, there was something else too. I was gonna bring up about but another way the government fucks us over, but I forgot about it now. I hate that when you ever thought.
Oh yeah.
Forget what I was gonna say. It's not about the government, not just
They-
the banks, but it
they-
was something else.
They fuck us over pretty much all the time. I mean, yeah, you name it. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that's what the founding fathers kind of warned of, and I think that's what's coming to play. And I'm a fan of history, and I like reading into all that stuff. But
Yeah, but finally, it's like people starting to wait. Like, think about.
you know what? Like I liked JFK was a good Democrat. Like, but the Democrat Party has gone so far left. They're just crazy.
Yeah.
Like the transgender.
They do
thing,
say a lot of wild things. Yeah.
transgender thing. You could go on and on. They're insane. I mean, they just the white racism. I mean, you just go on and on. It's crazy. They're trying to break up families and brainwash people and sell out to China.
They already make a lot of our good, that's for sure.
Yeah. But they are the Biden family's crimes and everything with China, and they've been with China. They've been making money off of China forever, and man, it's crazy the shit they get away with, and the Clintons and everybody else. Oh my God,
I know.
they get away with literally murder. They
Just like that guy Jeffrey Epstein died. Yeah.
yeah. I know.
But he might have did kill himself. I wouldn't blame him because he knows he's going to jail
Listen.
forever. He's used to being. Who knows? Maybe
Listen,
he really was a CIA asset.
Listen,
Who
I
knows?
looked into it. I did the research a little bit. Man, was that sketchy. The security footage was cut off, and the guard wasn't. It was all weird, and it's like someone had to have him killed, and then they bribed somebody. But if I remember, it was a while ago. But I think security footage was cut off during the time he was killed. I think for an hour. Or like the guard on post was not there, so it's like what? What? Like what do you mean? It was so obvious something happened. So that's why people were all like, "Oh, he didn't kill himself." I think either they might have said to him, "Listen," because he had dirt on everybody because of the whole child sex thing. Because we all know these people are creeps. That these powerful people, they all like having sex with children. So I think he had dirt on a bunch of people. And they probably said, you either kill yourself or, we're going to come in there. Something had to happen.
I don't think that would happen.
You don't think so?
No.
But
I don't know.
He had dirt on a bunch of people. So he had to die, I think, in their mind. So they probably killed him and made him look like a suicide. That's what the theory is. But I don't know. Maybe he did kill himself. I don't know. And then that Ghislaine Maxwell girl.
She got 20 years.
Yeah. Rightfully so, because she was...
It's funny how they found her in New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire, yeah.
That's a good place to hide out, though.
Yeah. I watched a documentary on her. She was crazy. And she was smart, but she was great. Yeah, she would groom girls that was her job.
Just like, isn't it crazy, too? Like what government does with taxes, when you really think about it, people get fucked for taxes.
Yeah.
You work so hard and you just get fucked. They're like extorting you, they're like the mob, except for instead of beating you up, they'll put you in jail.
Right.
I mean, right? I mean.
Yeah. That's how it was like back then. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
me and you should open a pawn shop.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be cool.
But how you make most of your money though?
I don't even know.
Loaning out money.
First, you would need a loan to not only get inventory but open.
Yeah, but I want to do mostly just loans, just cash.
Right.
Basically, we're gonna do legal loan sharking, basically.
Right.
Think about it. I mean,
True.
look what the credit card. I mean, credit card companies bury Americans too. I mean, think about it. Like I
Oh, they're
said earlier,
corrupt.
think about if everyone in America today went to their bank and said, "I want my money," the
Yeah, they're
world would
corrupt.
collapse.
Dude, Silicon Valley.
That's why. Don't you find that weird? How when you have money, you don't even get to see it. You just swipe it on a
I
card.
don't get why
and-
anyone would put their money in a bank.
That's what I
It's-
said. I mean, I get how you don't want to get robbed and then you're fucked, or there's no traces for your bills or whatever. But me, I
I'm
think
not
cash
even
is king or Bitcoin now. I think
I'm not even a money guy, but I know I have the common sense to know.
yeah. I mean
I have the common sense to know if I have money, like when I used to sell drugs or whatever. I'm not putting it in a bank. Why would you put it in a
no,
bank?
no.
And again, you get the risk of, yeah, if you have it in your house and people find out, they could rob you, whatever. Or
I came up with the best spot the other day that if I had a bunch of cash, you know where I would hide it? The
in the
punching
woods.
bag inside the punching bag
Oh
and
yeah,
screw it
yeah,
on.
yeah.
You
Well, that's
think
the
you think
thing.
if the DEA came to do a raid, they'd look inside there?
That's it. They
I
look.
don't know if they would, because they
They
might say, "Oh, it's a punching bag. It's a
t-
garage punching bag." I
I
know the when they raid your house, they tear up
I'd say
everything,
it's
but
about a 30% chance they overlook it, but they probably. I mean, they look
it's
everywhere.
possible though because
Yeah.
when you see all the junk in there, it just looks like an old punching bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
Are they really gonna think let's chew the like? I saw this thing about how some drug dealer got caught, but he had the best way of like doing drugs where like they're in your car, but you have to like do this special thing where like you park, you put the thing blinker on twice, you turn it left, you beep the horn 3 times.
It's like an intricate.
Yeah, and then a secret compartment comes up, and then there's a bunch of drugs in there. That's a brilliant. That's what the cartels pretty much do.
Wow.
That's how the cartels bring a lot of their drugs in if they do it by car, but mostly tunnels or boats or planes or.
I think definitely
And if
like.
you think about it, the cartels wouldn't exist if America didn't buy all the drugs, because we buy the most drugs.
Well, yeah.
If
And they
everyone
know.
quit drugs, they'd be out of business.
Yeah. They know Americans will do drugs in a second.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about the government. Well, this is what we got to talk about too. We got to write this shit down. Oh, we got to record it. About how like that piece of shit Sammy the Bull killed 19 people and only got 5 years.
Right. Right.
I know people that got caught with a gun and got 9 years, but this guy killed 19 people and got
Yeah.
only 5. Then he gets out, goes into witness protection. What does he do? He sells ecstasy, and then he goes in for 20, and now he's out, and now he's telling a whole bunch of lies. Like I'm not a big John Gotti fan, but what I respect about John Gotti was he could have flipped. He had all the money in the world to disappear, but he kept his pride, and he had cancer, chained to a bed, and he said, "Nope, I'm gonna die like a man."
Right.
And you got to respect that. He didn't. He took his oath seriously, which a lot of people
I just
don't.
watched oh, there we go. A thing on Netflix. It was a mafia documentary. It was called what was it called? It was like basically the mafia, the New York in like the '80s and how the feds brought them down and all that. Like when they created RICO cases with Giuliani.
What was it called?
It was called Mafia Fear City or something like that. It was great. It was like
Sounds
it was
familiar.
a 4-part series.
Oh, well, mobsters were in it.
And it was about when Giuliani came in, and then they made the RICO case, and they put all the bosses together and brought them all down, like because they were all
Oh,
the
they just
families
talked
in New
about
York.
those bosses.
Yeah, in New York during the
So sick of
but
hearing
dude,
about.
Washington was interesting because the way they went in and wiretapped their places.
It should be illegal.
You're right. You would.
It
Think,
used to be, you know. That's why they couldn't get the mobsters in the
Yeah.
60s, 70s. They used to listen to the wiretaps, but if they got caught, they get fired.
Yeah.
Back then, they couldn't use it as
So
evidence.
they would people be listening to like all day long, and they had to build a case. Give them credit; they did take them a while. Like they had to build all this audio.
Well, that's what the
and-
feds do.
Yeah.
They're not like the state
Yeah.
where they take. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
feds, they'll let you keep committing crimes and then come get you in the end, and then they'll hit you with all of them.
Yeah.
And then you get hit with them like twice because federal. They like think about this, right? If you get caught like in a mob case, you get murder and then conspiracy to murder. It's the same thing, but it's
Yeah.
2 charges though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And think about how crazy this is. When people talk about conspiracy theories, they call us nuts.
Yeah.
But yet the government has a charge called conspiracy that you can get up to life on.
Yeah.
So if there's no conspiracies, then why does the government have a charge of it that you can get life on?
Yeah.
But yeah, Sammy the Bull, 19 murders.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Even his own brother-in-law, he killed his wife's brother
And all because of information, they let him go.
because they want
basically.
John Gotti. Yeah,
That's see that.
but John Gotti
it
shouldn't
doesn't-
have rubbed his nose in their faces.
It doesn't.
See, I'm not a. If I was a mobster, I'm not. I'm a behind the scenes type of guy. Like I can't be up front like John Gotti was. That's kind of nuts, bro. I mean, come on, dude.
He was
Like,
up front, yeah. He was in the documentary too, cause he was after all this.
well, he did do one of the best hits ever, so you got to give him credit
He
on
was
that.
after all this, right? When he,
When he killed all those people right in front of, he killed that boss Paul Castellano in front of
yeah,
like, what,
that was
2,000-3,000
shortly.
people.
That was
There were
shortly
so many
after.
witnesses, and no one could find out who they were.
That was shortly after he was brought in, and then he went out on bail or something. Cause I was watching the documentary, and then he got killed. Yeah, it was an interesting
Yeah,
documentary.
I like Paul. A lot of people shit on Paul Castellano. At the end, he was bad, but he was a good boss money wise.
Yeah, they called
People
him.
say,
Yeah,
well,
they
he
said,
wasn't a blue collar thug. Like, dude, he knew how to make money, bro. And what are you talking about?
and he was
He's
very
like,
hidden.
he's related to Gambino, you moron. What do you mean he's not a street guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he is more businessy, but he's still, people like to say, well, John Gotti was a thug and Paul Castellano was just a racketeer. Like, which is
Well, they
true,
said
basically.
Paul Castellano was basically the top of the top.
Yeah, he was a boss. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the boss of the bosses in this whole. They had like this whole.
But how did he not see that hit coming?
I don't.
He
You know
knew
what? I
that he
don't
was
know.
gonna break them up anyways. He knew they knew that
Yeah.
that Gotti's crew was gonna get broken up, and he knew that Gotti knew that he was gonna kill them for selling heroin. So I don't know how he didn't see that hit coming. How did you not see that coming?
Yeah,
bro?
you're right. That was in the documentary. So they wanted to get him before they got, because they knew they were selling drugs. And right, that
Well,
was
Paul was thinking, I'll take care of Gotti after Christmas.
right.
Guess what? Big mistake. Worst mistake
Yeah.
of your life.
You know what? That's what I do say is they had morals where right. You didn't sell drugs. You didn't, and they were so.
But hold on a second with that. But Paul Castellano took drug dealers' money though as tribute.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he didn't sell the drugs, but he extorted drug dealers and they paid tribute. So would you call
Yeah.
that real? Is he basically he's just against it because he doesn't want guys to get caught
Yeah,
because it gets a lot
a
more
lot
time.
of heat. Yeah, and heat too.
Which is right, but you're taking drug. He's another hypocrite.
But they were in the what is it, the construction bit, the unions and all that.
trash.
And that's more smart. That's smarter
Yeah.
than doing drugs up front.
Yeah.
And Gotti was way out there, and Paul Castellano
Well,
was.
back then, with hijacking was big too. You can't do that
And
today.
Paul Castellano was like hidden, like you wouldn't know he was.
And it didn't help. He built himself a $3 million mansion.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when they in the documentary when they got the wiretap in his house, it was because he was like he had cable
Yeah.
TV.
He was banging the maid. Too.
The maid, yeah, they had the maid. in
But
the house.
he told the maid, "Don't lie to them." Why would you tell her that?
Yeah.
Like, did you think that he thought that she wasn't gonna say anything to the feds? Because
Yeah, I don't know.
and dude, she's ugly as sin. I'm sorry.
I
Not,
never
not
seen
that
her,
Paul's
but
a
I never
gem,
seen
but
her,
dude, you're banging your maid, bro. I mean, come on.
I never seen her, but I'll take your word for
But
it.
how did he not see that hit coming?
But in the documentary, they interview the people who put the wires in, and it does take balls to do that. Like it's crazy.
Dressed
These
up as
people.
like a TV guy.
TV guy. He
Fuck
said
that guy.
he said he had,
That should be illegal.
but he said he had the guy Paul had to kill people. I forget his name. He had him hold the flashlight while he put the
Tommy, Tommy.
yeah something yeah.
What's his name? Tommy Bellotti.
He had him hold the flashlight while he
Tommy
put the
Bellotti, the errand boy that everyone called. Everyone
yeah.
John Gotti hated that guy. He died with Paul Castellano.
He had him hold the flashlight while he put the wiretap. That's
Idiot.
how.
That's how dumb Tommy
But that was
Bellotti is.
smart on the guy's case because he's basically in plain sight. Like, look, this is what I'm doing.
Well, that's what the FBI is, man.
Yeah,
They can legally break in your house when you're not there to wiretap it.
yeah,
If they get a judge to approve it, which the
Yeah.
judge never denies them.
no,
If you notice that.
never, because they want to bring down the mob. But Giuliani did bring down the mob. Yeah, that in New York. Yeah.
Fuck Giuliani. He's a cross-dressing weirdo.
Well, I think it is impressive that he basically put them all together and brought them all down at once. But then Gotti took over.
Yeah, Gotti was a decent boss though, other than when he flashed it in the government's face. Everyone made money around him. He didn't squeeze the eagle until the quarter screamed or whatever the fucking saying is like Paul did. He fucking took every ounce of penny that the guys had. And that's what I hate about, like, in general when you're in the streets. It's like, when you're the one out there selling the drugs and doing the violence, Like the people up top are older than you or whatever it is. They take you for granted. Without you, nothing gets done. Think about it. If no one kills anyone, the mafia is not feared.
Yeah.
So but they look down on the killers and the
Right. The soldiers or
yeah,
whatever.
they like soldiers to them are like, "Phuh, they're not the administration. We don't
Yeah.
give a shit. You know what I mean? Like
True.
if I was in the mob, I would my position I would like to have is like a consigliere, like a advisor, like off in the side, like behind the scenes type, where no one like really even knows who you are, and that's the type of thing I would want to be.
Yeah. It
I wouldn't want
was.
to be the boss or the underboss because it's too much heat.
Yeah. You should watch it on Netflix. It was a good documentary.
I'd be fine with just being like a captain. I'd be fine with that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be just. Imagine though, like our grandfather, mom's dad. He wasn't made, but he was an old associate. Imagine being like an old soldier, not even a captain.
Yeah. See, I feel like yeah.
Once you're
I
that
feel.
old,
I
don't you
feel
think
like.
you should be a captain when you've been in
I
the
feel
mob
like a
that long?
lot of people were cool with the mob, like especially like the union had like they had to give them like 2% whatever it was out of all the construction.
Out all the windows, yeah, and
Yeah.
all, yeah. Which
So
is actually, when you add up all that, that's
yeah, it was a lot of money.
millions of dollars,
Yeah,
bro.
because New York was
They have the
booming.
largest projects.
The skyscrapers are going up, and they even Trump Tower was a
I
big
love
one.
how people said, "Well, Trump used to pay the mob." Back then, every business guy had to pay. Everybody had to.
Everybody,
People
yeah,
don't get it. People
yeah.
don't get
People
how
don't
it
get
was
it.
back then.
Yeah,
Ask mom about. Mom grew up in the New England. Didn't grow up, but she witnessed his like her dad. In the New England. That's another thing that pisses me off. Why doesn't New England or Chicago like get talked about the mob there? Like, we get no love,
I
right?
know, I know. That's true. And it's like underground almost because it's all New York.
Like our grandfather had that TV shop with all those illegal TVs
Yeah,
in it. When
it's
that was
all.
like, dude, he could have went to federal prison for that because back then that was like a serious thing to have those illegal cable boxes.
Who was the Italian mob guy in Boston during Bulger?
Which one?
Was that Angelo? Who was?
Angelo, yeah,
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
that was the guy. Okay,
yeah. But he was like he
that
was
was
the
like the
underboss,
North
but
End.
boss basically.
That was like the North
street
End, right?
boss basically.
That was the North
Underboss,
End.
street boss.
And then South Boston was what he.
Well, it's
Right.
usually split between the Italian mob split between Rhode Island and Boston.
Rhode Island, yeah.
Like right now, I think the underboss is in. Oh, by the way, speaking of New England mob, guess who the underboss of the New England mob's dating?
Who?
No, wait, is it the under? No, the underboss's son, who's a captain, is dating Aaron Hernandez's ex. I swear to God.
What the frick?
And he's like
Weird.
just got out of jail for murder.
Wow.
Yeah, she's dating. I didn't know Italians are allowed to date black girls.
Wow.
Maybe she is half Italian,
Well, in the old school mob, you probably wouldn't be. Like.
but
you
she's
know,
dating
well,
a
that was like
a
taboo.
documented mobster killer.
Wow.
That's who she's dating now, with Aaron's baby. And she was in the news recently for trying to take all the money, inherited money out, because she couldn't live off. I didn't know Aaron Hernandez set her up. She
Really?
gets like, don't quote me, but something like over $1 million a year to live off of. I think separate child support, which like a couple thousand a month or something. I think,
Jeez.
and also a big inheritance. But she can only take certain amount out each year,
Right.
and then there's a school, and so he set her. You think he knew he was going to jail? That's how he set it all up.
He probably did. I watched a little bit, like a documentary about him and everything that happened, but
I feel bad for the guy, man.
I mean, there's
Why did he
so
kill
many-
himself though? He could have. He might have got out on the appeal.
I think he had a lot going on in his head, and I honestly I don't know what.
I think he
wrong
was
with him.
smoking that K2 in jail that people are doing in
Yeah,
jail.
I did K2 before,
Yeah, it shit
And you
fucks
did
you
too.
up. Yeah, you should
and
do
yeah,
it in
when
jail.
you do it, you're like,
Yeah,
it's weird.
it's like PCP kind
It's
of.
not like weed.
It's like baby PCP.
Yeah, it's not like.
Yeah, it
weed.
looks like weed, but people used to say it's weed, but it doesn't show up in drug tests. No, it's not. It's fucking. It's what is
Yeah.
it? It's incense that
Yeah,
you burn.
it has a chemical taste, and then when
Yeah,
it
you
hit,
can trip on that.
yeah,
you
when
know?
it hits your brain, like it's intense for like what, like a couple minutes.
Depends on what kind of
Yeah.
K2 you get.
Yeah.
Because you know why people like that in jail and programs? Because it doesn't show up in drug tests.
You know, I remember smoking it with on Evelyn Ave, that kid John or whatever, our neighbor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember
I
that
bet
kid?
yeah. I wonder what he's up to.
That's the only time we did K2 and
You want to speaking of old friends? I noticed a lot of kids lately been dying of drug overdoses. But you know what? I'm not saying I'm happy, but I'm saying at least 3 or 5 of them used to bash me for doing drugs,
right.
but yet they're all dead from drugs. Isn't that kind of
Yeah,
ironic?
yeah, I feel
Like I
ironic.
literally
The
pretty
kid who
much got jumped for doing hard
the kid
drugs.
who robbed me
Ridiculous.
in Stoneham died
Oh fuck him
died
anyway.
I think 2 years ago from overdose.
Look
But
at look at
he
poor little.
he
We can't put we gotta edit this name out when we edit this thing. But look at Eddie Wilcox.
oh
Poor,
no
poor kid's
I
never
know
never heard of grape, never been in jail,
I
never
know
really. He's had a drug problems, but
yeah.
he must have just bought some pills or bought some
Well,
dope.
that's the thing is you just get
I saw him 3 weeks before that, where he came to my apartment because he was down the street getting heroin from someone.
oh really he was
And
doing heroin.
yeah, he was, but he was in a sober house though, so he knew he was gonna get kicked out. So I think maybe he was thinking, I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm just gonna keep getting high.
Right.
And he died
He
3
was
weeks
always
later.
a great kid,
Yeah.
great guy.
But I hate all the fake love that people post on his page and say, R.I.P. man, you were such a good kid when I know for a fact I was in the room with you when you were talking shit about him. Like, me and Eddie used to talk about that, about people that used to talk shit about him behind his back, people that talk shit behind me behind, you know what I mean? I can't stand people like that, man. Especially these people online that get in people's business.
Yeah, a lot of people like
Yeah,
that.
that's why I try to stay off of it because I don't even say. I'll fuck your whole life up, bro. You don't want to go there with me right now. I'm not in the mood for your shit. So if you want to come at me, I won't stop. I'll harass you day and night, and make your life hell. So
Yeah, a lot of people like that. Like when people die, they like, oh, we were best friends. Like, no, you weren't. You didn't even like.
but isn't that ironic though? These people bashing me behind my back about doing hard drugs, and yet they die from it.
Oh, it is ironic, yeah.
It's just like I used to help out so many people, and like most of them just stab you in the back, bro.
Well, yeah.
Most of them.
I had a lot of friends stab me in the back, and that's how it goes, as you know,
Yeah.
with anything street or like selling drugs or like. But there are some loyal ones who, like, yeah, Eddie Wilcox.
No, people get jealous.
Eddie Wilcox was a good guy though, and yeah, he was someone that stood out. He wouldn't. He had morals and
Yeah, like why?
yeah.
Like that's why sometimes in my beliefs I don't believe in God because I'm like, there's so many other people that don't deserve to die, but you should have did over Eddie. I mean, come on, man, that kid.
Yeah.
I deserve to die before
Well,
Eddie does.
I think
Eddie doesn't deserve to die. I do.
the whole fentanyl thing is just crazy. Like that's definitely like
I know. Imagine if I died from it, it'd be horrible.
it wiped out just like the numbers are crazy.
Like I remember when I overdosed, when I woke up, and you were the one that was there that one of the times that everyone has.
Yeah.
All I remember, I knew I was gonna go out though. Remember I told you it?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I had a feeling I was gonna go out. But when you're that sick,
well, yeah, you just
because your mind goes, well, I did half a bag the other day, and it didn't really do much, so I'll do a whole one. That's how a drug addict's mind is.
yeah. And you don't know what you're getting. That's why it's so dangerous on especially now fentanyl. Like when I growing up, even in Stoneham and everything, when we did pills, like we used to buy Xanax bars and all, there was no fentanyl in them. Now
I know.
you can't even do that.
But Xanax are dangerous though. Yeah.
Well, now I would
even without the fentanyl.
now I would never even do a pill because you don't know what the fentanyl is laced with. It's in there. It's crazy. Other than weed, really, you don't know what is safe.
I heard though recently
much.
because the guy that I get my blood from, one of my guys I get my blood from was telling me that, because he just in every legal weed business there's always because there's only don't quote me, but there's a certain amount of plants he can have legally.
Right.
So there's so much extra weed that he's not supposed to sell that everyone does in the black market.
Yeah.
He said though a few people have been putting fentanyl in weed lately.
Really?
In the underground though, not in like the legal weed stores.
Why? Like why?
I don't know. I don't know. That goes back to because I don't know. That's a good question.
Why? You know what I mean? Why do that? I don't understand it.
Well, that's why Mexico doesn't use straight heroin no more because it's a pain in the ass to get and make.
Yeah.
That's why with the fentanyl, you get the precursors, dump the fentanyl in, make pills, and make heroin. There you go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like one of the sales, right? One of El Chapo's middlemen was buying $62 million worth of precursors from meth. That's just to make the stuff.
Right.
$62 million, and guess where he was buying it from? China.
Of course, right.
China owns a lot of stuff in America too. They own a piece of Universal
telling you
Music
that,
Group.
yeah.
They own a piece of movies. They own
Well,
that company Tencent that like has a piece of like every business almost. In
they
America.
own a lot.
They invest a lot of money too.
They own a lot of farmland over here too.
And what's up with those secret jails that they've been finding
Right.
that no one's talking about?
Right.
Nobody talks about that. That's important.
Yeah, it is.
Like, what do people people under, like, I don't know. But do you think in China, do you think it's just one man thinking of this, or do you think there's a whole bunch of men?
Well,
like,
so Chi, who's the leader there,
there has to be more than one
well,
leader.
he's got his administration. They're all into it, but he's a smart guy. He's trying to basically run the world. I mean, but people like I was having this debate with someone. They were like, "Oh, China wants to nuke us," and I'm like, "Listen."
No, they're smarter than that. They're not going to do it.
Well,
like
the thing
that.
is, the guy has farmland over here. Why would he want to? You know what I mean? Like he bought
Yeah.
so much stuff.
Plus,
over here.
they make they generate a lot of money from
Yeah,
services out
don't-
here.
they
Think
don't.
about how much they make, because they want to have the position where we need them to make our goods. They like that.
Yeah.
They like us bowing down to them.
Well, yeah.
Trust me, they don't want to like kill us like hostile. Get on the ground, kill us. They want to mind fuck us.
Well, they're
and-
killing
and
us from within with fentanyl.
That's what I'm
and-
saying. They want to mind fuck us
Yeah.
and think that we're coming after them like that. But what we're really doing is making TikTok and making this and
TikTok.
making that and selling fentanyl. But it's the Mexicans, right? No, it's really the Chinese. But the
Yeah.
Mexicans are like the fall guys. Basically, Mexicans are the front bosses, pretty much.
Yeah.
So when the law comes down, oh, we got El Chapo's kids whenever they get all the kids. But yet, nothing will stop. It's only going to get worse. So it doesn't matter. You got to stop. You got to wonder why Americans love to do drugs. That's what you have to. Or make all drugs legal. And I know some people will say, but I don't want my kid when he's older to go get heroin in a pharmacy, but it won't be cut. And you could say, well, he can overdose, but he can overdose on aspirin. Take a bunch of aspirin. You can overdose on too much alcohol.
Yeah.
So it's like, that will kill. That's the two ways you can kill the cartel. Is
Well, yeah.
stop doing drugs, which will never happen. People will never, especially Americans, we love doing drugs. Or make drugs legal.
Yeah.
Look at how they made weed legal. Pretty much the cartel said we're done selling weed because
Right.
it's a pain in the ass to make. It's not as good as the weed they make in Canada, and you know what I mean.
Right.
So they want to make it the fast money right now, especially the young El Chapo's kid. You know.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
They got like I remember when they raided. I'll show you when we do our next episode of the raid they did on his house where the military came down and grabbed him. Dude, 19 cartel members were killed.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Huh.
19. My God.
I bet you El Chapo's not happy, but he doesn't know what's going on because he's locked away. He can't go. He can't talk to anybody. Like I can't. You can write any inmate a letter, but I can't. If me and you write him a letter, he won't get it. They won't give it to him.
Well, yeah. The
But that's against. I'm against that. I don't care. There's rapists that get more freedoms than that, but just because he escaped to Mexico, that's Mexico. So what you're saying is, you don't have faith in your jail system that he can stay locked in. That's what you're basically
They're
saying.
afraid. Yeah, I think that.
You think one day they'll let him go in general population, or move him out of there?
I doubt it.
You don't think they'll ever move
I
him?
doubt
You
it.
think he's losing his mind? I think I'd lose my mind.
Probably, maybe.
Do you know what the ADX is
Mm.
like from what I... Dude, I watched like a 15-minute clip. It's like... like El Chapo's on the no contact list. That means not even the guards can come up and give him his meals. They have like a stick thing that puts it through his like, and then when he gets a letter from his lawyer, that's the only person and his wife, they read it to him. He can't get the letter. Like when you used to write me letters in jail, they gave me the letter.
Mm.
They won't give him the letter. They will read
Wow.
it to him, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, so that is crazy. Because they're so.
Because they don't want hidden messages or
Yeah, bribery.
yeah.
That makes sense.
And he only gets one 15-minute phone call a month. And it can only be to his wife and his lawyer. So it's not like when I was in jail I can call whoever puts money on the phone or...
Right.
But I just think he didn't kill nobody, bro. Like, well, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he did in Mexico, but it's like, alright, he's in jail. You got him. Let him go out now in regular prison.
Right,
You know?
right.
They're just scared of his influence.
Yeah, they're afraid he'll find a way to get out
Or, like, run the jail.
run jail or something. Yeah, that's a good point. 'Cause he probably could.
We're gonna do an episode on two things. If we won the lottery, what would we do? And we gotta make an episode about how like what would we do if we were in jail for life? Would you kill yourself or would you just do the life sentence? Like these school shooters, the ones that survive and go to jail,
Mm.
they're probably losing it because they're by themselves because they'll get killed if they're in general population.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do if you were in the hole? Would you kill yourself or would you just stay in the hole?
I don't know.
Like I've been in the hole before, but staying there for years or the rest of your life. There was this one guy that killed two correctional officers.
Yeah.
They put him in the ADX. He did something like 40 something years isolated with no human contact.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
40 something years by himself. Yeah, his name was like Tom Silverstein. How are you an Aryan Brotherhood member but your last name's Silverstein? I remember there was these gangs,
That's a
there's
great
these
point.
white gangs in jail, especially in
Silverstein.
like Boston or like in Billerica or Cambridge. There's this white, like kind of like jail like gang, I guess. They call themselves like the dirty white boys. Bro, they're all jokes. They're all fucking jokes. It was so funny to me.
Silverstein in the Aryan Brotherhood. That's
Yeah, how was your last name Silverstein? But you're in the area. He had a big hit. He has a big tattoo on his back of Hitler,
Oh my god.
and it says Aryan Brotherhood. I'll show you a picture of him one day.
Oh.
Well, we
my
got this recorded,
God.
so we can go through this whenever, and then we'll pick out what topics we brought
That's
up on here.
crazy. You're right, 'cause that's straight Jewish and wow.
Yeah, but if you were in jail for the rest of your life, what would you do? Would you kill yourself or just do the jail time?
I have no idea.
I'd probably kill myself if I got life. Because it's so repetitive, jail. It sucks. Bro, it sucks, I'm telling you. It gets old quick. Like,
Well, yeah, I would imagine. I mean, yeah, life and it's probably why a lot of people kill themselves. Yeah.
and I can't call him a friend, but a kid that I basically just give him some little that I've been in jail with him a bunch of times. He just recently killed himself. He was dope sick in some jail, and he killed. I'm surprised he did that though, because he's been to jail like pretty much off and on his whole life. You know what I mean? Like he's kicked dope plenty of times, and it's like I witnessed it, and I couldn't believe that he hung himself. I'm like, wow.
Wow. That's wild. I don't know.
Well, dope sick is bad though. Being drug sick. As my mom used to say, drug sick. Drug sick. Alright, you can pause it. We can end
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's pretty good though.
it. Did it tell us how long we had it on?